Welcome, guys. Welcome back to my podcast. Yeah. And today we are going to be talking about Stephanie being the greatest character in Bold and the Beautiful. Probably the greatest character in a soap opera. Don't know. But yeah. Anyway, please subscribe, turn the notification, and click the bell beside you. Anyway, let's jump right on to it. As you're aware, Stephanie is my favorite character in Bold and the Beautiful. Will I say she's the best character ever? Definitely not. 100% not. She has been irritating before. She can be kind of annoying too. I'm not gonna lie. But the reason why she is my favorite character is because she doesn't cheat on people. And she sees people's wrongs and she goes and deals with them, even in her own dramatic, kind of annoying way. She deals with them. And she comes off as a very heartwarming character, but then she can go a bit crazy. And that's what I like about her. She knows when she smells bullshit. She knows that. Yes, she's a bit controlling and all that, but she's really just not a bad character. And her character stands out very well. I can't explain it, but getting rid of Stephanie in Bold and the Beautiful, it's like getting rid of a main character. Let's say, like, these guys right here. Sam and Dean, right? In Supernatural, right? You get rid of Stephanie in Bold and Beautiful, it's like getting rid of Sam and Dean in Supernatural. And it's the same thing as, like, Buffy. Buffy's one of my favorite shows. You getting rid of Stephanie is like getting rid of Buffy off the show. The show is pointless. It's like getting rid of Stephanie is like getting rid of, I don't know, Superman in Superman. Clark Kent. Like, getting rid of Stephanie, like, yes, whether you like her or not, she's an importance to the show. Like, she's not the main character of the show. With this show, there's not really a main character. Just like Sam and Dean. Supernatural. There's not a main character. Sam and Dean are both the main characters. But getting rid of Stephanie is like that. It's very much like that. And, she, brings the show to its close. She brings the show to its feet. Without Stephanie, the show's not... It doesn't exist. It doesn't feel like the show has any meaning to it. Yes, you got the backup characters like Brooke, Ridge, Eric, all that. You got your other characters in the background. But the show's not enough. It needs something. It needs, whether you like the character, whether she's your least favorite character or she's your favorite character, a show needs someone to fit in the matriarch. That's why they call her the matriarch of the show. Without Stephanie, the matriarch is dead. They say that Brooke's now the matriarch of the show, but she's really not. She's barely even in the show. Like, yes, she's in the show a lot more than when Carter and Luna and that, but, like, she's barely even in the show either, because it's mainly just, like, Steffi and Hope and Liam, and they aren't any matriarch. They're beyond matriarchs. Yeah, Brooke's probably the next closest to being a matriarch, but you need Stephanie. You need someone that has higher grounds, who has a bit more flaws to her character. Brooke is beyond having flaws. She's done so many mistakes, it's insane. I said, Stephanie brings the show to life. It makes the show worth watching. Every time, a lot of viewers will agree. Stephanie, when Stephanie died, a lot of viewers left the show, Bold and the Beautiful. They stopped watching Bold and the Beautiful because it became not interesting anymore. Stephanie kind of, she had that, that persona to make the show what it was. It wasn't so much that she was likable or she had, she was a funny character or she was, she had that intention to create something that was worth watching, worth the understanding, worth exploring. now we got these side characters that the show can't structure anything anymore. The writers keep the writers recycle shit all the time. They've been doing it when Stephanie was on the show. But when Stephanie was on the show, it felt like the show kind of had something to bring out of. And Stephanie could come in there, lunge right through there, and make the show better than it is now. And now when they do that, it's like, oh yeah, okay. We don't really have someone to stand up for it. We got Steffi, who's being an idiot. They try to pull off the Steffi now being Stephanie. I think a lot of people say. I think that Brooke's meant to be Stephanie. I feel like she's a better matriarch to pull it off, but she doesn't do great either. And using Steffi isn't great either. Just because she's named after her grandmother doesn't mean that she's a matriarch. She's a loser. She cheats on people. She doesn't have strong abilities to control the show. There's no Steffi can't structure anything. She's just as bad as Hope and Thomas. Also, Stephanie's never killed somebody. I think Stephanie shot a few people on the show, as I recall, but she's never really killed anybody that I can remember. I think she shot like Brooke's dad one time, and she shot Brooke a couple times. I think Brooke shot her a few times too. I don't know. She's been shot before, like twice before. Successfully been shot. I think Brooke's brother and I think Sheila killed her. But yeah, regardless, Stephanie. Okay, another good story. I also think she's one of the better actors on the show, too. There's not many great actors in Bold and the Beautiful. There really isn't. They're really awful. We've got Brooke, who's gotten so much better at acting, Catherine Kelly-Lang. She wasn't the greatest actor on that show, to begin with. She wasn't a great actress. We had Sheila that can kind of act. I think her acting has gotten a lot worse, though, over the years. There's just not many good actors anymore. Yeah. I really miss Stephanie. I really miss her. She really brought the show to life. She made me want to watch it, even though I know it was a stupid show. But she made it, like, every scene. I love the scene with her and Sally. Like, I love the scene with her and Sally where they get drunk and they're on the floor and they're, like, passed out. Stephanie's like, and she's crying on the floor. It's fucking hilarious. Like, they don't do that anymore. And when they do that, it's not interesting. It's like, okay, yeah, okay. Something fun. Like, I do like that they bring fun stuff into it because it makes the show more, like, enjoyable. I like when the show's enjoyable other than just drama, because drama gets a bit too much, especially when you're recycling the same shit. I feel like, also because Steffi isn't really, I shouldn't say it, but she's not very old. See, Brooke would hold it more because she's got more to the story. She's built more, so she's more of a matriarch because she's got, like, 2 daughters, 2 sons. Well, 2 of her daughters are, Eric's. No, one daughter is Eric's, one son's Eric's. She's got a son with Ridge, and she's got a daughter with Deacon. So, she's got more matrix, and she's got, like, family. Like, Steffi doesn't have anything but a brother and a daughter, like, and a husband who, she cheats on twice. She's not Stephanie. Stephanie wouldn't do that. I mean, the closest I think Stephanie has ever done that's something wrong as far as cheating, when she had a baby with Mossimo, but apparently that was before her and Eric got together, and she thought that was Eric's child. So it doesn't even count as cheating. I don't know. The show just doesn't do anything anymore, and I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it not doing anything. It doesn't structure anything. There's no value to this show. It feels like this show's it just feels like it's out to do nothing. And, you got the whole stupid Brooke, story, her trying to be like Stephanie, but she's not. And don't compare Steffi Like Stephanie. Like Stephanie's not the greatest character on that show because she can be kind of an idiot sometimes too. Because I've sometimes be asked, like, especially when Taylor came back from the dead, and then they all started blaming Brooks, like, yeah, you still, like, Stephanie, like, I love you and all, but you're being annoying, like, you know, like, when they get to the hardtack story, that's when Stephanie's kind of like, she's more on the right then, but yeah, she's kind of annoying there, even though Brooke kind of deserves it. I'm sorry, but she does. Yeah. I'm sorry, but Stephanie would not like, obviously she would stand up for Steffi because that's her granddaughter. She would stand up for her. But, you know, if Stephanie heard the stuff that Liam did, she'd fucking throw him off a cliff. We know what Stephanie would do. She would. She'd slap the crap out of that guy. And the fact that, you know, Brooke stands up for, you know, that I miss also Stephanie because she didn't just attack the female character. You know how in most shows, you know how males usually attack males and females attack females? Like, yes, Stephanie attacks more of the female characters, but she attacks the male characters too. It's not just the females on this show. Like, she will go, like, head on head with everything. You know, Attack on Titan. Literally. She will literally, like, you know, Stephanie will, she has, like, attacked Ridge, Eric, you know, Thorne, you know, Bill. Has she attacked Bill? I'm pretty sure she has. Liam, you know, in the past when Liam was in the show, you know, Rick, you know, Deacon. Like, she has attacked people before in the male characters before. She doesn't just go after the female characters. And that's what I like about her too, whether Brooke could be like, oh, I've got to go after Taylor. Ridge, oh, I got to go after Thorne. Oh, I'm Thomas, I got to go after Finn or Liam. Steffi, she's got to go after Hope. Whether Stephanie's like, I've got to go after Liam, Hope, got to go after not that she went after Hope, but you know what I mean. Like, she went after, like, just male characters and female characters. She knew when she could smell bullshit. She knew when bullshit was hidden. She knew when shit hit the fan. I really appreciated her character, and she had one of the best character developments too in the show. She developed in a very weird way, but she developed in a cool way, if that makes any sense. Like, not a great way, but still not a bad way either. I miss the show, you know, the show was so awesome back then, and, you know, even at its shitty writing and shitty acting and all that, it wasn't a bad show. It brought peace to the show, it brought comfort to the show, and I really looked up to this dumb show. Like, you know, it wasn't a bad show because, you know, Stephanie was in it. She really, you know, made something worth watching. And I value that. I really have respect for that. Even though I shouldn't. And now the show just feels like a dead waste of dumb luck. Just, you know, I don't know. I just wish that this show did more to its characters. You know, in a way, Susan Flannery isn't dead, so you could bring her back in the show. I do think she had kind of an alright send-off, so bringing her back would make the show a bit weird. But I don't know. I don't know. Apparently she still directs this show. She directs it, she doesn't write it, so it's still shit. But, yeah, I'm just not. She probably directs the long shots anyway. They look better anyway. She doesn't direct somebody else directs that because they're idiots. I just, you know, and she's very supportive of not even just the male characters, but the female characters. You know, Amber, Taylor, you know, Sally. Eventually, she becomes very, you know, supportive. You know, who else is she very supportive? She's very supportive of the male characters too. Some of the male characters she's not supportive of. I don't think she was very supportive of Deacon, even though she tried to be. Yeah. I miss Mossimo too. I think Mossimo and Stephanie were the best couples on the show. Really, really, if you really think about it, like, Eric's a loser. He doesn't deserve Stephanie. He always accuses her of things, and when he doesn't, he's with her, and then he's cheating on her. He's not great. Like, yes, if they were together now, he'd be a better character, but he just was an idiot back then, and he didn't respect her, and it was weird. He wasn't great, I don't know. I don't know. Just, I just wish the show, Stephanie was the greatest character on Bold and the Beautiful. I would even say she's the best character in a daytime soap opera. I don't know many other characters that are great than her. I'd probably put, like, what's that girl for Young and the Restless called? Shit, I can't remember. Was it Catherine? I think her name was Catherine. But I'd put her and Stephanie on a very similar level on Young and the Restless Girl. I think she was the main matriarch of that show too. Yeah, I'd put her. Was it Catherine Chandler or something? I can't remember. But she was up there. Stephanie was up there. Best soap opera. Because I watch Days of Our Lives. A lot of people say Marlena is. Marlena's shit. Marlena is and she's not a great actress. Days of Our Lives is a different story. It's another show for another day, but because it's shit. But Bold and the Beautiful's worse. I can't explain it. It's just boring. Bold and the Beautiful is boring now. It's not interesting. But the Days of Our Lives is interesting, but really bad and probably worse than Bold and the Beautiful because of how bad the acting and the writing is. Even though it's interesting, but it's still shit. That makes sense. Like, you're curious to know where it goes, but you know where it's going to go. But you're curious to find out whether this show's like, who cares in a relationship? Who cares? Let's go to something else. Anyway, yeah. That's all I wanted to say about Stephanie. Yeah, she's the greatest character ever, She stand up for her, and she likes to slap Brooke all of the time. So, perfect. Just wish she was around to slap Liam. Anyway, please subscribe, turn on notifications, and I love you guys so much. Thanks for watching. Bye.